Of course. So, unfortunately, there is such a strong link between stroke and mental health conditions. So, it is a really common thing. And this is why it's really important to have these conversations, share experiences, because otherwise people feel really isolated and there's a lot of stigma around. So, that's why it's really important. So, one thing that people tend to experience is a lot of anxiety. So if you think about it, someone might feel anxious about having another stroke, for example, or they might feel anxious about how will recovery look for them? Will they fully recover? How will life look like for them in the future? They might worry about, going back to work or the financial impact, the impact on their relationships now. There's so many different factors that can create that feeling of anxiety for stroke survivors. And also, while we have that kind of behavioural factors and those environmental factors, that stroke can also increase or change neurochemical changes in the brain as well. So not only can it be environmental, there's a lot of biological factors that go on as well after a stroke. So which is why people might feel really anxious, but they're not too sure why and they can't really pinpoint a reason. So that potentially could be why. So, potentially another reason or another challenge that stroke survivors might face is low mood or depression. So, having a stroke can come with a massive adjustment for them. So, they might not be able to work their job, they might be in a wheelchair, they might have difficulty communicating with people as they did before. And these things come with a lot of adjustment to them. There's a lot of change in identity, a lot of grief for their lost abilities, and that can be a massive trigger for low mood. And there are other reasons really why they might feel really low, but that's just one example, really.
Hmm.
Um, I guess as well in terms of psychosis you mentioned. So I also work with people with psychosis, and a brain injury can impact kind of the onset of psychosis, so things like delusions or hallucinations as well.
Okay.
There's a lot of different factors really.